I guess I drew the short straw when I got the opportunity to talk about objections, because none of us like to talk about it. We'd rather talk about something fun like challenge groups. But the more comfortable we become with handling objections, the easier it's going to get. I'm going to make sure I'm getting some background noise. I think it's Michelle's that keeps unmuting. And so that's okay. So, and hopefully it'll work to keep everybody muted out. But while we're getting started and people are logging in, it usually takes about 2 minutes for everybody to log on. Feel free to type something in the chat that you're pretty excited about. If you've hit Success Club already this month, I'd love to know. We are on October 17th. We're halfway through the month, and so that needs to be locked in by Saturday. And with the UK launch list coming up this Saturday, you should all be really excited about the opportunity to go in and build your team in a brand new country. I wish we could all fly over there and do that. That'd be really fun. But congratulations, it's Success Club 4. Awesome. Okay. Can you all hear me all right? If you can, give me a thumbs up, please. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so what I decided to do with this is instead of doing a PowerPoint, I just put this into a doc because I thought this is something that we can refer back to over and over again when it comes to handling objections in regards to Shakeology. I mean, we could talk about objections with challenge groups, objections with joining coaching, et cetera, but our focus for October was Shakeofest, and so we're going to focus on that. And so this doc that I've created can be, I'll give it to y'all and you guys can use it, copy, paste it, whatever you want to do. And then that way when you're in conversations, you can just copy, paste, edit. I don't like to be scripted in my conversations. I really do try to make each one of them personal to the person I'm talking to. And so I talk to them and not at them. And so I would highly recommend using this just as a guide. And a lot of the stuff of what we want to talk about tonight is going to be prevented if you do a good job following the tips that Chanel and Kari gave in the first 2 calls this month. Chanel did a great job about explaining some of the benefits of Shakeology and why she has so much confidence in sharing that because she truly understands how it works for her body. And so when people have an objection, she's kind of like, are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you drink this? This is so amazing. And then Kari does a great job of showing how you share it on social media in a way that's not salesy, and then also take it to your challengers or clients and you're sharing it in the groups on a daily basis. So it's this repetition. So if you are truly planting seeds along the way, you're going to get fewer objections. If you're handling objections on your wall, like on your Instagram or on your Facebook or on your website or whatever it is, if you're hearing things come up over and over in your conversations like it's too expensive, I'm pregnant, I'm nursing, I am allergic to gluten, I just want a protein shake or whatever, like, or your protein shake is more expensive than mine, you know, whatever that you're hearing over and over again, take that, create a post about it, or put it on your blog or whatever. And if you create the post once and you do a good job, save it. And then you can share it later. You can always refer back to it. And so that's what I've started doing with a lot of my clients too, is if I'm in conversation with them, I'll actually just go and tag them at the bottom of a post, you know, and say, hey, check this one out, or copy, paste the link to them. And so that way people are seeing, because the objections, and I'm just talking about it openly, and it's going to get people discussing Shakeology on your page, and you are going to get some people, they may give you some crap back, like, well, but it's still so expensive. Be excited about that, because anytime there's a little bit of controversy, it means that you've struck a bone with somebody, and that means they're truly thinking about it. And so that way you can handle it in a way that's calm. So my challenge to you is if you haven't done it in the last 3 days, I would take the most common objection you get and turn it into a post. So maybe you do a little mini video of you blending up your favorite shake and pour it into a pretty cup and it looks all pretty. You want to use good lighting. You want it to look delicious, not like some running watery grass water. Like you want it to look good. And then you can explain, like one thing that people tell me all the time over and over again is Shakeology is expensive, or that they didn't like the taste of Shakeology. I got that one in the last 3 days, like twice. And so I was like, what? You don't like the taste? You're doing it wrong. You're doing it all wrong. And so I just went in and explained. I'm like, the first time I made Shakeology, it tastes like grassy water because I ordered greenberry and I shook it in a non-blender cup. Like I stirred it actually. Stirred it in a cup with water that was warm. It tasted like warm grassy water. So yes, Shakeology is gross if you have it that way. But then what I learned, I drank it down. I knew it was good for me. And I took it like I did a vitamin. But what I decided to do was really discover some of the recipes that I like. And so here's some of my favorites. And I explained how to make it. So there you go. And so that might be one that you take out there. Or if it's too expensive, well, why the heck is it worth it for you? Because I'm pretty sure every single one of you is on a budget right now, right? Everybody here on a budget? Yes, we're all on a budget. So why does this make sense for your family? When I looked into what Shakeology was doing, and I'm going to handle some of this stuff as we go through the call. When I looked into what it was doing for my body and the benefits I had and the amount it was saving me on not buying goldfish for my kids or Belvita crackers or vanilla wafers and all those things, you know, that I was buying my kids thinking they were healthful, or Go-Gurts, you know, all those crap we keep in our fridge and pantry, it was saving us hundreds of dollars a month. If I just give my kids a half a serving of Shako, or now it's daily sunshine a day, right? My kids prefer Shako, and their pediatrician is signed off on it. So I just am going to go with Shako because then, you know, we all get the same thing. So, but that's just me personally, right? And I've actually showed it to my pediatricians. I've had a couple of holistic pediatricians that sent me to Whole Foods to get all these supplements for brain growth or development and all these things to keep them well and blah, 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 blah. Showed it, and they said, you know what? Just have your kids drink a half serving of that a day. That has everything and more. The pediatrician ended up buying Shakeology from me for himself. So it's really, truly worth the value, you know, and I know that personally. But why is it worth it to you? What's your Shakeology story? So the first assignment was craft a post around a common objection that you're getting and share it in the next 24 hours. I wouldn't go live. I would do it in a post. Going live is great, but we're really getting saturated with a lot of sales live videos. Unless you're going to talk about it while you're making the shake, or maybe talk about the benefits of Shako while you're making some Shako balls or protein bars or something, that would be fun. People would stay on for that. The second assignment, design or develop your Shakeology story. And it needs to be, let's say, 6 sentences or less. Why is it worth it for you? So that way when people come back and they're like, it's expensive, you can say, girlfriend, I get it. I hear you. So, okay, so that's just something to think about as we get going. So here is my doc. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. And you guys can see it, right? If you can see it, give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. So handling Shakeology objections. So the first thing is that we want to make sure we know where our resources are. And so if you guys don't know, we have a myshakeology.com site that you can customize. And it'll have myshakeology.com/your screen name. That's a great resource to go to for FAQ questions, ingredients. People ask all sorts of random things all the time. I have an allergy to this. Does Shakeology have it? I don't know. Let me go look. And that's a great place to look. To gather testimonial stories, go there. Or to find recipes that people get bored with their current recipe they're doing. You guys, flavor fatigue is a real thing. Studies have shown that if people do the same exact thing for over 21 days, they'll get bored and want to quit it. For the most part. Some people like routine, but the majority of Americans get bored. So I encourage my clients when they've been on Shako, I set a reminder for me to message them and say, hey, your next Shako is going to ship soon. Would you like to try another flavor, or are you happy with the one you have? And that way they get to change it up. And I remind them, oh, I change it up all the time. I have mine on a rotation. And so that'll help to encourage people to stay on it longer, right? I've been doing greenberry for a month, and I'm about done with greenberry. So I can't wait. I got chocolate into it, and I'm like, yeah, yes. So it's a real thing. Okay, so number one. Oh, well, not number one. Okay, first thing, just know that objections are just part of the business that we're in. We have to expect them and realize it has nothing to do with us. It truly doesn't. And it has to do with the fact that either people don't have enough information to see the value in what you're offering, or they're just not ready. And the thing is with Shakeology is it is truly, truly different than a lot of stuff out there. And it's a common misconception that they're all the same. But when you go and you shop for protein powder, like you say it's in Walmart, it's in the GNC stores or whatever, and then they look at a can of that and they compare it to Shakeology, it's going to be completely different, right? And so Shakeology, when you devalue it, or you make it sound cheap, or you're trying to compare the two, it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like comparing a Porsche to, I don't know, a Kia. They're not the same. And people still buy the Porsche because of the value, because of how much it's worth, because it is prestigious, you know, and they know it's worth it because of what's gone into it. We are the Porsche of the whole shake world. So in order to help people understand, it's good to ask a couple of good questions. Like if they say, you know, I'd like to try, or tell me about your Shakeology or whatever, I always like to flip it back and say, well, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for in a protein, or not a protein shake, never call it that. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're looking in a meal replacement shake or a health shake, so I make sure to steer you in the right direction. And I was like, I could talk about this stuff all day and I don't want to bore you. And then that way, when they tell me they're wanting to lose weight, or they're always eating munchy snacks or whatever, I know how to direct the conversation to add value for that person, right? And the more we can educate people, especially in how we talk about it online, don't just post your sweaty selfie, but why the heck are you posting your sweaty selfie? That's going to get people to see that it is different. This is the only meal replacement out there that has 70 superfood ingredients that's clinically proven to do a bunch of things we're going to talk about in a minute. And so it's our job to just educate people and build relationships, and so that they see the value. And sometimes, even if they get the value, we've done a great job in the conversation, they're just not ready. And that's okay. Objections don't mean they don't love you. Write that down. They're not objecting me. They're just not ready. And that's okay. And that, I think, is a big reason of why we don't hit invite, or we don't hit send on messages, because we're afraid they're going to reject us and our little shake, right? But it's not a big deal. It's just part of the business. Okay, and if you really struggle with that, I'd read the book Go For No. It's a good one. So take this opportunity to educate and build a relationship. So the first step is I like to validate and not defend. So it's common for us when people say an objection to want to go, oh yeah, and jump all over it. Like, Shakeology is expensive. Well, no, it's not, because it has all this stuff. And Darren O'Lean went camping in, you know, the Outback, and he found this ingredient, Madagascar vanilla, and blah, blah, blah. But really, that just makes them go on the defensive, and they're not going to listen to the message that you send. So a way to really connect and show that you care and to build relationships that are long-lasting is to validate them. Find something right with what they said. So like, it's expensive is probably the one I hear a lot. And I say, yeah, I hear you. Shakeology seems expensive compared to other shakes out there on the market. And then I ask, but can I ask what you're comparing it to? So get to know what they have researched in the past, or maybe what they're comparing. Expensive for what? Like, give me an idea of what you're saying. Because if you say, well, tell me what you think your average healthy meal costs, the answer is going to be between, I don't know, what do you think, guys? $3 to $7 is the average healthy meal? No? Yes? Okay. So if you look at it this way, Shakeology is giving you all these superfood ingredients, these phytonutrients, these essential vitamins and minerals to sustain life, like all of these things that are super awesome that you would spend a fortune on at Whole Foods or whatever. And it comes in for $4 or under. We know if you're in Canada, it's a little higher. It comes in around that $4 mark. We're actually on the low end of the spectrum, right? And so that puts it into perspective. So this step 2, this is a great place to share an experience. So think about why you decided to try it. What made the price make sense for yourself or your challengers? Because when we are talking to people, usually we have similar stories to the people that we're in messaging with, right? Because they've connected to us for other reasons. So design your story so that you can copy paste it, or you can share it really quickly. And so it makes sense to you and you're connecting with them. Use your words. So I put, when I finally took a look at what I was spending on junk food or pick-me-ups like coffee, granola bars, or last-minute Chipotle runs, I was surprised at how much money I was wasting. Shakeology helps to keep me energized, full, and helps me avoid the unnecessary snacks. So it's saving me money and giving me the nutrients to stay well and live a healthier life. So simple, it's my true story, and that's just sharing an experience. This is also a great place that you could share if they given they're a person that can connect with one of your challenger stories. Gather those stories. Maybe they're pre-diabetic and they're spending a lot of money on insulin and other medications. Shakeology is clinically proven to keep your blood sugars steady. So you could share that with them, show them the study, and then here's a story about one of my challengers and how it's saving her money because she's lowered some of her medication costs or whatever. What is true for you? Share an experience. Step 3, give a resource. So if you have a video, a picture, a testimonial that backs up what you've been saying, then that's a perfect place to attach it here. So I love to attach the clinically proven thing, and here's what that picture looks like. Let me scroll down. I put it in here. You guys seen this? Do you guys know that we are the only shake out there that's clinically proven? The only one out there that's ever been tested by doctors. Do you guys know that? Okay. So here it is. The survey says Shakeology really works, and it gives the stats for all of those things. So I love to attach this when they're comparing us. This I actually did in the last 2 days with 2 different people. They're like, well, I don't know. I think I'm going to try Plexus, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wait, hold on. I love that you're researching shakes out there, but I just want to educate you on why we're a little different. And so I did. I said, you know, we're the only one that has over 70 superfoods. They're all natural. It's very important to me to eat clean ingredients. And the only shake that's been clinically tested by 3,000 participants. And here's what they said. I attached this picture. I attached the video of the new Shakeology video that I'll show you where that is. And I said, why don't you take a look at these and let me know? Both people came back and said, I'll try yours. Right? And I didn't bash the other one. I just talked about ours. Let me educate you. So it's a great place to attach a tool in step 3, okay? And then step 4, let them make the decision. Remember that we're not trying to convince anyone to do anything. We are just trying to build relationships and make sure that we are setting up the conversation so we have a way back into the conversation the next time, right? And so we keep that trust going. So a great thing to say would be, my goal is just to support you wherever you want to start. Almost all of my clients start with Shakeology because it truly helps them get results. Would you like a day or so to think about it? So this is after they've come back and they're like, I just don't know, do I have to do this to join your group or whatever? That's what I say. And then I'll come back and say, have you thought about it? Did you have Shakeology dreams last night? Awesome, are you ready to take the leap? And usually they say yes. Sometimes they need another month, and that's okay. I follow up. Okay, since I was talking about resources, just wanted to show you this really quickly in our Coach Online office. Isn't it so cool, the new website? I love it. It's so easy to find things. If you go under, well, send an email is a great one to send an email to all your contacts. Logos are here. Shareable media is awesome, though. Have you seen this? And it has Shakeology right here. Like it broke this down into the different video categories, and so it makes it faster for us to find it. So for example, go under Shakeology, and it has comparison charts, but it's not comparing us to other shakes because that would be silly because we're not in the same category as anyone else. But to food, like to actual food, because that's who we should be compared to. So, and then there's this Shakeology Sales brochure that you could open and share with people there if you want a digital version. But this is the new video they just came out with, and I love it. So if you haven't yet, take a minute to watch it. And it explains why Shakeology was created. What does it do for your body? Where do we find the ingredients? So it's kind of the total package of what we're trying to say. And I love attaching, anytime I talk about Shakeology, I always attach this video and the myshakeology.com website link. And so I say, go research it for yourself. I think you're going to be really impressed. And a lot of people come back impressed if they understand nutrition at all. So, cool. Have you guys checked into this yet? No? Well, now you know. And now you grow. Okay. So I wanted to just go through some of the objections and give you some script ideas of what to say. Like I said, you don't need to jot these down because I'll give you my thing, but make sure that when you're sending these to people that you really customize them for them, okay? Or add your own words, make it sound like you. Just first and foremost, all Shakeology has no artificial sweeteners, flavors, colors, or preservatives, no GMOs, and no soy. That's really important. And then vegan has no dairy, okay? And when people ask, well, what's the protein? It's a pea protein, and pea protein is excelente. Is Shakeology gluten-free? There are no gluten-based ingredients in the Shakeology formula. Although we can apply for gluten-free certification, the safety of our customers is extremely important to us, and until we satisfy that, our high, anyway, you can read through this. That's from Beachbody. If they ask if it's gluten-free, this is what I give them, so it's the official statement. Okay? Is Shakeology organic? Organic certification of each and every ingredient in Shakeology is complex task given to our exotic sourcing. However, we are investigating possible future delivery of completely organic Shakeology product. Please check back. So if we were to go out and get organic, become certified organic, the cost of Shakeology would be skyrocketed through the roof because it's so expensive to get those certifications. And we wouldn't get it on one ingredient. We'd have to get it for all 70. And so that's why we're not. So when people ask me that, I just explain that. Like if we were to get it, the price would jump. But you know, you can count on the fact that we are very, very meticulous with how we source our ingredients. We do process them different than most shake companies in the sense that we process all of our ingredients at the highest, the peak state. So if this ingredient needs to be processed in a cold, like I can't remember how they explain it. It's like either cold or hot processing. Like some need to be cooked, some need to not. They need to be like freeze dried or whatever to get the peak amount of nutrients from it. That's how we do it with every single individual ingredient. It's kind of cool, right? We take the time to do that. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Is Shakeology safe for pregnant or nursing? Have you guys ever had this one? I had it 3 times in the last week. I need to do a blog just for this. Okay. This is one of those times where it's very careful, or you have to be very careful with how you word things, right? Because you don't want people coming back saying, you gave my baby a defect, but no, you didn't. Okay. So this is how I reply. Congrats on the new baby. How old is he or she? I love that you are taking an active approach to feeding both of you early on. Nutrition is so important, so good job. It's always interesting to me how some new moms are okay with consuming Ben & Jerry's or junk food, but flinch when it comes to Shakeology. And I say that because chances are most moms that are pregnant or nursing are going to go, yeah, I kind of had Taco Bell because I had a craving. Like, they won't think twice about eating their cravings, whether it's like gummy bears, you know, which are crap, or a cheeseburger, but they're like, oh, I can't put a shake in my body. And some of them maybe aren't that great, but ours are great. So with its dense nutrition, it's almost ideal for helping our bodies heal after pregnancy, and our babies get vital nutrients as well. This is to a nursing mom, so I would change it if she was pregnant. I can't think of anything healthier to put in my body, personally. I have personally shown it to all my doctors and pediatricians over the last 6 years. We've moved a lot, so I've had several, and they love it. In fact, my holistic pediatrician that had me buying hundreds of dollars of supplements for the kids at Whole Foods looked at Shakeology and told me to just give my babies half a serving of that instead. The ingredients are incredible and promote health, not just weight loss like other supplements. While my doctors gave me the go-ahead, it's always good to show it to yours as well. I'm sure they will love it. And then here's a video. Check out what the creators say about it. Do you guys want to watch this really quick? Or do you want to wait? Thumbs up if you want to watch it. Okay, we have 2. So I guess you're outvoted. You can watch it later. It's 4 minutes. It's not very long, but it's good to hear what Darren, Olean, and Isabel Dyckler say about it and why they created it. It was really funny. They were like, why wouldn't you give it to your baby? Give it to all the babies. It's funny. Okay, then I attach the ingredient list just so that they can look it over and take it to their doctor. If they're not comfortable drinking Shakeology while nursing pregnant, I make an exception and let them into my challenge groups anyway. Okay, Or how about this one? I already have XYZ protein shake, and I just want to use that in my challenge group instead. You guys got this one before? Yes? Okay. Cool. Validate and then give your feedback. That's what I like to do with this one. Because you never want to be the girl that's trashing other companies, because nobody likes that girl. Okay. So cool. I researched XYZ. So if you haven't, go take a minute and research it. Figure out what it's about. Look at the ingredients and see what you can pull from it. Okay. And they've done some good things with, and then I give some kind of compliment. I heard the chocolate tastes really good. They have a high protein amount in there. You know, whatever. Find a compliment. And that way they're like, oh, cool. They're validated. Like, my mate, I did a good job. You know, and then once they are validated, then you can talk to them. So I'll let you decide if or how you want to work that into your meal plan for this group. But if you want to eliminate chemical fillers, then I'd throw it in the trash. And I only say that if I really believe it, but I have said that before. And I say, I actually did a lot of research before I chose Shakeology. One thing that was important to me was 100% clean ingredients, which most protein shakes don't have. The second was that I wanted to make sure I was giving my body total nutrition, not just protein. Protein is great, don't get me wrong, but most of us get adequate protein in the day. What we truly need is dense nutrition that works at the cellular level to help our bodies perform at peak state. Watch this for more info on what makes Shakeology so special. And then this is the video that I just showed you in the Coach Online office. Shakeology is a required part of our nutrition plan for our accountability group because it's just that important to our health. In fact, it's the only shake out there that's been clinically tested. It's proven to do these things listed below. Pretty incredible, right? Would you be willing to try it risk-free for 30 days? And that's what I said when they have protein on their counter, okay? So what I meant by it works at the cellular level to help our bodies perform at peak state. Our bodies are absorbing these ingredients and these nutrients, and it helps all 11 major systems in our body. Because we have a dense array or a plethora of nutrients, right? Instead of just protein. Protein helps 2 major systems in your body, right? This helps all 11. And I think that's important because you're really getting more for the dollar that you're spending. Okay, next one. I just want to get 1 month of Shakeology. I don't want to get on home direct. You guys heard that one? So just answer like this. Great, that's fine. Go ahead and do it, and then you can always cancel it if you want. They don't. They stay on it. Okay. I've tried other protein shakes in the past, and I hate the way that they taste. And I say, me too. Because I have, but I promise you Shakeology is different. It honestly tastes like a milkshake, plus there's so many different recipes, and you could add just about anything you want to it. Worst case scenario, if you try it and still don't like it, you can return it, and Beachbody gives you a full refund. I would attach a recipe here, or a video of showing how you make it really yummy. I really don't want Shakeology. Can I join your challenge with just the fitness program? I don't say no, but this is what I say. Shakeology is highly recommended for everyone who wants to join the challenge group because it's part of the daily nutrition plan. Everyone else in the group has committed, so you'll be trying it out together. I always ask everyone to try it for at least the first month, and after that, if you decide you don't want to continue with it, you can cancel it, and I know you'll love it. So here's the video again. I'm not really interested in Shakeology. I hate protein shakes, and I really don't want to do that part. Can I still be in your challenge group? So here it is again. Oh, that's kind of the same. I don't know why I wrote that twice. No. Okay, how much is that protein shake that you have? So if they come right out and say, hey, yeah, so how much is that protein shake that you have? And then flip the script back to them and say, well, is that a protein shake that you're looking for? Because are you sure that you're protein deficient? And the reason I ask is that we've been sold by marketing messages that we need more protein, but in reality, we don't. Most Americans eat enough. We aren't protein deficient, we are nutrient deficient. And that's why Shakeology is different, and it's designed to be a total health shake with micronutrients, prebiotics, fiber, amino acids, minerals, and 5 servings of fruits and veggies. And yes, it has clean protein. Does that sound like something you could benefit from? Because I've tried Shakeology and I didn't like it. Have you guys ever tried Shake-O and didn't like it? You all have loved it? You're so lucky. You weren't as dumb as I was. Okay, it's funny you say that because I thought it was so gross when I first tried it too. I shook the green berry with water and it tasted like clumpy grassy water. but I drank it because I knew it was good for me, and then was determined to doctor it up and make it taste better. So how did you make it when you tried it, and when was the last time you tried it? They have reformulated the flavors in the last few years, and they are all incredible when you find the right recipe combos. With hundreds on our website, I promise I can find you a recipe you will like. Why don't you give it one more try, and if you still don't like it, you can return it for a full refund. It's too expensive. So there's a couple of different ways to respond to this, and I think it's really going to be detrimental to get to know them first. That's why when people ask me at the beginning of when I'm talking to them about their goals, and I say, you know, I have a challenge group starting, blah, 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 the first thing I say is, I would love to tell you all about it, but first tell me what's going on with your health goals and what you've been doing lately so I can give you the best info for you. In fact, will you fill out this survey, and I can show you what my survey is if you want to see it. It's very similar to Kari Kinsey's. And they fill it out, and then I get all their goals and things like that. And so that way when they give me the reply, it's too expensive, I can go back through and talk about how it will personally help them to reach some of their goals rather than just writing it off. Okay, so no, the first response, I totally understand you feeling that way. I felt the exact same when I first heard the price of Shakeology. I remember even saying to myself that there's no way I could spend that much on a protein shake. But once I did my research and realized it wasn't a protein shake, but rather a shake that I would be replacing an actual meal with that would allow me to get all the essential nutrients I need on a daily basis, what I found was that I was actually spending more eating junk, let alone something healthy for that meal I would be replacing Shakeology with. I need to reword that. That's too long. And a busy mama who often found myself skipping meals during the day and binging at night. Honestly, I couldn't afford not to drink it if I wanted to stay healthy and reach my goals. Most healthy meals come in around $3 to $7. Wouldn't you agree? At about $4 a meal, this is on the low end, gives you all of your vitamins, minerals, probiotics, phytonutrients, etc. Second way you could respond is, can I ask what you're comparing it to? I only asked because I felt the same way when I first heard of the price, because I was comparing it to that, like a GNC protein shake. Shakeology is a superfood packed meal. It's no different than heading to your nearest Whole Foods store and loading up on the finest ingredients for your salad or grabbing a fresh juice at the juice bar, except it's much more convenient and much less expensive per serving. When I think of my Shake-O, I think, my favorite meal and my daily vitamins. I've honestly not found a super healthy meal that even comes close to $4, and definitely not any at the fancy pants Whole Food stores. Ha! Remember, it's not an addition to your grocery bill, it's a replacement. So what are you currently paying for lunch? And then here's the video that shows what Shakeology makes so special, blah, blah, blah. So they may still come back and say, you know what, I just need to wait, or it's not in the budget right now, or whatever, and then say, and I always say, that's okay, no problem. So I do want to still help you get started. And so would something like the 21-day fix kit, which comes with DVDs and a meal plan for $60, fit into your budget? Because you always want to try to get them into the total package of health, but if not, give them some other options. So maybe the 21-day fix, or just the all access pass for $99, or maybe do a 2-week free trial. You know, try it on demand for 2 weeks for free. Give them something to start with. Then follow up. And I say, hi there, how are your health goals coming along? Are you still interested in trying Shakeology? I'm sending out a few single serving trials for those that are truly interested in changing their health. Fill this out if you'd like me to send you one. And you want to see it? And that's all. And then once they fill it out, I get their goals. Again, it gives me a list of follow-up people. And whenever I send this out to people, I'd say I get like 80 to 90% of people buy it from me when I send them a Shakeology. Okay, so it's just name, Facebook URL, why are you interested in trying Shakeology? What flavor would you like to try? And this is why I keep packets in my house, because it's nice to give them out. Are you a Beachbody coach? Do you have a coach? What's your mailing address? Have you been interested in a fitness program? Anything else I need to know? And that's an important question, because that's when they can tell you I have an injury or diabetes or whatever. Okay. So let me go ahead and stop share. So did that help at all to just go through some of the objections and see kind of the words that I use? Because I mean, I could talk about fluffy scenarios all night, but I thought, you know what? I'll just show you what I actually say. And they work. And those are some of the things I have said this last week that have shifted people from just to a better understanding. And some of them are signing up. They're supposed to be signing up right now as we talk. And we'll see if they actually do. And I truly, truly believe that the more confident and comfortable we are and standing on our own 2 feet with this stuff and having our own personal testimonies of it, the more it's going to come across, even in a personal message. People can tell if you're nervous, even typing. And so be confident in it and not defensive per se. Like you don't want to, rub them the wrong way or be mean about their decisions or other products they've bought in the past or what they're considering. But you just want to be really excited about what we offer instead. Does that make sense? Okay, then always leave every conversation with something like, here's a tool, here's a video to watch this and let me know if you want the next step. Or I'll follow up in a day or two and let you think about it, whatever it is that you want to do. And so you always have a way to come back into the conversation. So, okay, cool. Any questions that you guys have?